Well, good evening, everyone. I want to welcome all of you to our Fusion X Tribe Leadership online webcast this evening. And I suggest to all of you, you grab a pen and paper because we have an absolutely power-packed program for you this evening. And before we get started, I just want to give you a quick couple of announcements, some exciting events that are coming up this week. In case you haven't seen in your back office, there are 2 success nights that are coming up. One is being planned in Miami for Thursday, July 28th. Registration begins at 6 o'clock, and the event itself starts at 7. Then the Saturday, which is July 30th, will be in Orlando, and registration begins at noon. The event starts at 1 o'clock. And this is a great event where Randy will be flying in with Lena Orellella, who is our regional manager. He'll be flying in to share the corporate vision, to do lots of recognition, and Randy's going to come in with a fantastic vision and also his story about how this whole entire exciting movement has taken place. So, guys, get your tickets in your back office. And if you have people in those 2 markets, make sure they know about it. This is a great second or third look opportunity. Also, I want to remind everyone, again, we have a very big national event coming up. So for those of you that haven't heard about the Explode event coming up in Dallas, Texas, that is starting on Friday, September 16th, running through Sunday, the 18th, as I said, in Dallas, Texas. And if you go to xtribeonline.com, that's xtribeonline.com, there you can subscribe to all of our updates, but at the same time, right on the homepage, you're going to see information about the Explode event. Guys, this is something you don't want to miss out on. And we were just talking before we got started. We've got some exciting product announcements to make there, some launches, exciting training. Leaders and top leaders are flying in from all over Latin America as well as here in the U.S. It's going to be another blowout event and a perfect time to kick off your business into the fall. Do not miss it. And I'll tell you, if you are a leader of a team, you need to be registered first and then go about getting your team to come along with you, because it's going to be absolutely freaking awesome. Next, I want to remind all of you that we have a couple of new updates on X Tribe Online. If you go to the Getting Started page, you're going to see not only is the original Getting Started video with Randy, but also we've just uploaded the Power in Recruiting video that he did about a week and a half ago. Guys, the rave reviews that we've been getting all across the country, down to Latin America and back, have been absolutely awesome. So you've got to get your team there to check this out. Your new members have got to be there on that page to check it out. And that's a great thing you're going to hear about in just a few minutes. So we're going to have an incredible evening tonight. You're going to hear about how to really launch your business with a major blast. You're going to hear about how to zap your app off. You notice I said app off. And you're going to hear about that and how that can really show your team and your new prospects how to successfully jumpstart their business. And you're also going to hear about the 6 fundamentals for having a fantastic closeout to the week. But to get us started tonight, we're going to jump over to Des Moines, Iowa, with a good friend of mine who I've just come to absolutely adore, to love. She is an amazing woman, an amazing leader in the network marketing profession, and it is my honor to turn the webcast over as she's going to talk about how, as a Fusion mom, these products have impacted her entire family. So with that, I'm going to turn it over again to my good friend, Isa O'Hara. Isa, over to you.
Thank you so much, Ann. I just adore you right back, you and David and all the little fur babies in your house. It's just been amazing. That's what I love about this business, is all the friends we get to make as well. I am so honored to be able to talk to you guys about how these products have really impacted the family. My son, his name is Christian, he is getting ready to go to college. He just graduated from high school. And he has fallen in love with these products. He's a football player. He plays in the offensive line, so he's a big, big guy. When he was playing in high school, he was almost 300 pounds. And he really wanted to get his weight down and just wasn't having a lot of success. And started using the products in probably February or March of this year, and was using the Fusion products along with other products. And then at some point, he just quit using the products, and then all of a sudden, things really started to happen. And so what he really loves using is the Flora Leave, of course, and Randy, of course, will tell you that that is like an incredible product. He uses that faithfully every day, first thing in the morning. Before his workouts, he uses Tarote and the Vita Energy, and that's really helped with his metabolism and to really keep his energy up during those workouts, because he's got to really get himself strong to be able to play football in college. And from there, he also uses the Beauty In, and the Flex Tay is one he's going to be starting to use shortly, because he was asking which one for the joint support. And then the Post Sport, when that came out, he and his friends fell in love. They just can't get enough of it. Between the Vita Energy and the Post Sport, I have to keep 10 boxes of each always, just because they all love it. He has seen, number one, I asked him, I said, what do you love about these products? And of course, he is like, the first thing is, he goes, oh, it's expensive, and that's great. And less expensive is great, but it only takes you so far. So if you results, and I said, okay, that's what else? And he really saw a huge increase in his strength training, as well as his flexibility for being able to squat down and do all the things those guys got to do. And he's also seen faster recovery times from his workouts. And he has to be careful now, because his college coach doesn't want him going below 250. He's about 260, 255 right now, so he's got to eat a lot of food to keep that weight on, and while he continues to build that muscle, because that college coach wants his linemen to be nice, big, and strong so they can push over the defense. And then for myself, I don't know if you guys saw my Facebook post. If you didn't, I don't know what's wrong with you, but I can do box jumps now. and I'm not going to say that I'm old, but I've been on this planet a lot of years. And for me to do box jumps, it was partially because of mental. It was a mental thing. I knew probably a month ago I was strong enough to do them. I just couldn't mentally get myself over it. And so I finally got over the mental. And I love these products because of what they've done for me, not only physically, but mentally as well. I am excited about working out all the time. It's hard to keep me home. And so I just cannot say enough about being a Fusion mom. It's just been an incredible experience, and I would recommend it for any and all mothers. Up next, I would like to introduce my friend, my mentor, and my coach. And he's also the latest star of Where's Waldo? Although I don't think he can afford the shirt. So if everybody on the webcast would please send me $1, just send it to isaohara.com. That would be fine. And I'll make sure he gets a shirt for his next adventure. Today he's joining us from sunny Miami, and I'd like to introduce Mr. Randy Gage.
All right, thanks, Isa. I want to talk about how you get better duplication, and I think this is an important issue for everybody on the team. And I just looking at some numbers, looking at the counseling that I've been doing with people. I was looking at the numbers tonight. I've sponsored 29 people into Fusion since I've joined. I see about 8 lines that are really inactive, 8 or 9 that haven't done anything, and then the rest are at varying degrees of activities. Everything from double platinum to trying to qualify soon for executive. And here's the thing I noticed. 2 of the lines don't do home meetings. One of the lines does the home events, but they're not doing the product open house to start it. And as I've been counseling with different people, particularly down those 3 lines, I think that's the thing that's holding people back, is they're not doing the major blast, the thing that really explodes their business right in the beginning, gets them some customers right away, and gets them a couple of builders on each side of the team, each side of the structure. It's really important. You need it. If you want to really move with this, you need 3 to 5 people doing the business on the left, 3 to 5 people doing the business on the right. So remember, it doesn't help to have placeholders. If somebody says, yeah, I'll come in and I'm going to hold the spot since you're a startup and you're launching the United States and you may open Europe soon, and I want to hold the spot, or I'll do 20 points a month to make, to stay active. That's not what we're talking about. You want 3 to 5 people on the left, 3 to 5 people on the right who go out and build the business, right? And so the fastest way to do that is this major blast, where you will first have this product open house, bring in the 10 people who love you the most, play the product video, the overview video, mix up some Vita on, blend it together, boil some hot water, have them try the Ganamas, the Veramas, the Termote, the Probal, and just see what the product line is about and get your customers right away. And then you want to have 2 right after that where you're going to show the new 11-minute video, the movement from the Amazon video. And the people that I was counseling with, I mean, that's where they were stuck, because they said, well, we don't want to be a party plan thing. No, you don't have to be a party plan thing. What we have is a very elegant system here, because we have the mobile app, we have the replicated site, and we have the home events. And then we have the key part of the home event is that it's not a party plan thing. It's a plug and play video, because the most important thing we're looking for is duplication, duplication, duplication. And the lines that I see having the most duplication are getting people in front of the video, whether it's on the mobile app, whether they're playing it on a tablet at a coffee shop, or they have people coming in a house and they're getting 6 or 8 or 10 together and they're playing it in a home meeting. But they're getting people in front of that as the first look, and then they're using the leadership academies as the second look. And that's the thing that's converting people over. And the lines that I see that are stuck, they're the ones that are doing the leadership academies, but they aren't doing the home meetings. Or one of the people I was counseling with, she's doing a home meeting for everybody in the town at her house, and she's got a big house and she's at a good rank with us, and so she's kind of the elder statesman in the city there. And so they're all coming to her house. And I was telling her, that is going to kill you, because it will slow down your duplication. The real breakthrough is getting people doing these events in their own homes right away. And the one line I have that's doing the 2 open meetings, but not the product one, shocks me, because it's one of my Spanish lines. And this is where this system came from, was originally working with our Latin lines in the last company we worked with. A couple of those people are with me, and then we started it again in Mexico and Colombia and Chile, and it's been amazing down there. But I've got one line in one of the Latin countries, and they've kind of skipped over that. And I was just talking with Herman about that. I see he's on the webcast tonight, and he's going to take this segment that I'm doing right here, and he's going to do a Facebook video on the Le Tribu Eque site, so that the people in the Spanish speakers can get that. But the other thing that has worked so well for Herman, as we were discussing this, is, of course, with the app. He's got 4 or 5 customers that he signed up that came through the app. They're ordering direct with the company. He's not driving to their house. He's not delivering products, but he's built this he's done a really good job building a customer base, and he's excited because he has 4 or 5 already and more in the pathway that have signed up with the app coming through the funnel. And so it's not a question of stocking products, inventory, and going over, delivering it. That's the beauty of what we have with the system. We've got the mobile app, we've got the replicated sites, and then we've got all the videos that are used in all of those. You can use in the home meetings, and you can also use them one-on-one, 2-on-1s with the tablet. So please make the most of that and get the duplication. Remember, it's not about what you can do, it's about what you can do that your team can replicate the results. And if you will really create this culture that people do a major blast. They do 3 events within 10 days right away, and then they're using those events to feed people into 2-way, 3-way calls with the sponsorship line, and get them to Leadership Academy, and or get them to this Leadership Webcast as a second look, a third look, or a fourth look. That's where you're going to get the best duplication. All right, I'm going to turn it over next to Billy Looper, who's down in, up from me, down for most of you all, but up from me in Orlando. One of the people I've said, if I ever was starting a team, ever starting a business, he's the first guy I call because he gets things done. So he's up in Orlando building the team there and has some other groups going around the world. And he's been creating a lot of excitement this last week with the app and a little challenge that he put out to the group with the app. So he's going to talk about that. So Billy, I'll turn it over to you.
Hey Randy, thanks. How's it sound?
Sounds great.
Excellent. Yeah, we made a little challenge over the weekend. If you're on the X Tribe Facebook, you probably saw it. And the challenge was to zap your app off. And I really wanted to put that out there for the community to create a little bit additional energy, some excitement, because this is such an amazing tool that if you're not zapping your app off, then you're missing out on one of the hottest, one of the hippest, one of the coolest, and most economical marketing tools that in the entire industry. The team and Randy have spent an amazing amount of time and energy and money putting this tool in front of you, and if we're not using it, then it's all to waste. So it's a powerful tool that do not be intimidated by, because even if an old fogey like me, I mean, I resist all technology to the very last minute. But if I can use it, anybody can use it. So it's a simple download. You put it on your Android, you put it on your iPhone, and you get to work. And it's also a tool that it takes away all the excuses of your team members, because I get all the time. I don't have to time to make a list of 200 names. We in the accelerator guide we ask people to do that. Well, that goes away because you have over 200 people in your phone already, I'm sure. Your list is already in your phone. Well, I'm always on the go. I'm never at my computer. How do you expect me to contact all these people? Well, that's a bad excuse as well, because I'm probably one of the only person I know who does not carry my cell phone around everywhere. So 24/7, most of you have your cell phone with you. So even in between appointments, even I don't want to say at a stop sign, but at a stoplight, but it could be at a stoplight, you could take a few seconds and zap somebody on your phone. So I'm betting that you have your phone with you most of the time. There's no excuse for not having a 24/7 business going on with this app, because it's so easy to do. Also, a lot of excuses. I've already contacted everyone I know. Well, with this app, and I can go from experience, on Friday, it happened to me. This guy was taking care of me at the car shop, and he had great customer service skills. He was very friendly. He was outgoing. And as soon as we transacted our business, I just picked up the phone right in front of me and said, "What's your phone number?" And of course, if you're under 45 years old nowadays, people just put the number right into your phone. So he put the number right into my phone. I put in his name and zapped him a video within probably 30 seconds. It was no big deal. What's really frustrating about that is nobody in the millennials exchange business cards anymore. They are very used to putting stuff right into their phone from each other. They just connect very easily that way. So even if you meet a stranger, you could have them in your phone, and while you're there, in 30 seconds, zap them out a video. Now, what's really cool about this, you could probably do it. Say it takes a minute to do one of these videos and put them in your prospect list. You could do 60 of these an hour. So who doesn't have an hour a day to make this happen, to get your blast out, to zap everybody you know in your phone database? My favorite ones to use is that, is the one where you is the BizOp long distance funnel. Go to the BizOp long distance funnel, and my favorite one is This Worldwide Movement Needs You. That's my favorite. The second favorite is the BizOps local sequence. If you use that, I like the second one, the Thanks for Helping. And we've had very effective results out of these two videos. You can Look at those, study them, use the ones you like, but those are my favorite. And then also there's an excuse of I've contacted everyone and have no one else on my phone. Like I say, you need to be putting people in every single day that you meet as you go about your regular day. Just click the Fusion app, click prospect, click send message, have them put in their name, phone, email, and just zap them your favorite video. That's how simple it is. So when somebody, you're exchanging money throughout the day, you need to be zapping your dry cleaners. You need to be zapping your barbershop. You need to be zapping your insurance agent. You need to be zapping your vet, zapping your doctor, zapping your dentist, zapping your Zumba instructor. All these people you come in contact throughout the day, no longer is it a matter of getting somebody's business card, going home, putting it aside, and 3 or 4 days later, you contact them. This is almost instant, and you really start building your list within your phone without having to have any excuses any longer. That's what makes it so much fun. It's instant, it's sharp, people are used to it. And what we're doing is looking for any sharp, ambitious, but frustrated person. Somebody's frustrated with their income level. They're frustrated with their health issues. So we keep our eyes and ears open. We have our phone with us. We're ready to zap them something very quickly. And you do it right there on the spot. It makes so much sense. It's just say, thanks, I'm going to send you something important. I'm looking for sharp people for a team I'm building here in Orlando, and I think you would be great at it. Thanks, I'm sending you $1 million tip, which is the one I like to use at the restaurants. And thanks, I'm sending you a short 5-minute video. Can you take a look and let me know what you think? That's how simple this is. Thanks, we're looking for reps in Orlando, and I think you would love these fitness products. All kinds of different approaches with a simple, non-threatening, non-pushy, but you want to actually get their phone, get their name, and zap it out real quick. They'll have a link in their phone by the time you turn around, and they'll know that you have something important for them to watch. And it's just a matter of following up and letting them study the video and then send them to the next step in the process, whether that's a second video, whether it's a 3-way call, or whatever it is. You're ready, set, go, ready to help them. So several of you took the Zap Your App Off challenge over the weekend. I hope you got hundreds of new videos watched. I think it moved the dial a little bit, increased some energy in the field. And I personally got some old friends who had never watched anything in my 12 years in this industry, and they got turned on by this video. And then a couple of complete strangers, like I told you, the guy who was helping at the car dealership, the service department, very sharp, very, and I'm looking forward to him following through the funnel and getting to the next step and hopefully seeing Randy on Saturday. That'd be a great success story. So they're all in different stages now, but what we're doing is filling up the funnel, so we're going to attract more consumers and more business leaders as we do this on a daily basis. So you have your tool with you, very valuable, very popular, very cool tool with you 24/7. So how about you and your team? I want to hear if you had some success over the weekend with the Zap Your App Off. Please post it on the X-Tribe Facebook page. Let everyone see the success you had. And we got a special deal next couple of days. If you had a success story with just using your app and you attracted a consumer, a customer, or you attracted a business leader to your team, and their first exposure was the video using the app, I challenge you to go take a video of that story of why you love the app, how quickly did the new team member respond, the whole funnel process, what you used, which videos did you send out, the next steps you took, whether it was a phone call or a website or a 3-way call, the whole sign-up process, the whole, from step 1 to step whatever, to get that person on your team, whether it's a consumer or a business leader. Just videotape that story, and the first 10 people who video their story and post it on X-Tribe Facebook, then our generous, all-star friend and best-selling author Randy Gage is going to send you a copy of his Mad Genius best-selling book. So get on the spot, and if whoever beats Ben to this is going to get a book for sure. So because I know he'll be posting as soon as we get off the webcast here. So that's a contest. It's a challenge. Thanks to the generosity of Randy, you get a copy of the Mad Genius book. just for posting a video, and people post it on your Facebook and on the X-Tribe Facebook so we can all learn the lesson from you. So because we're talking about a little bit of technology here, one of my pet peeves, like I say, I'm the last one to adopt technology, is this new Pokemon Go game or whatever's going on. But it is amazing. It's driving me insane. People are crazy with it. And I have a few team members who, for 3 weeks, have complained about not being able to make a list, not being able to make phone calls, not being able to handle the grand opening, but they sure are finding time to do this Pokemon game. Day, night, 24/7, whatever it is. So their priorities are a little bit skewed. So either I can fight them on their priorities, or I can join the crowd. And this is what I want to do. These are just ideas that we can talk about and think about. But what if we created a in-house Fusionmon game, a Vitamon game, a ProBallmon game, a no-carbmon game, where every time you signed up a new customer or a new team member, you run out in the street and act like an idiot and take your video of that and post it on X-Tribe. So every time you capture a new consumer, a new customer, a new team member, then we celebrate with a Fusionmon game, and let's start posting those videos as well. This business is a whole lot more fun when we're having fun, and this is a great way to do it. So we're going to join the Pokemon craze and make our own Fusionmon craze right here in the United States. The other thing is, you know, I could have, when I heard that he was playing this Pokemon game and going to, you know, spending all of his very valuable and very scarce time playing this game, I could have switched the whole conversation around. Instead, I want him to take his Vita Energy, or take a Thermo Tea, take some samples with him, and as they're playing this game, they're going to meet other Pokemon players around the campus, around the downtown, around the city, whatever it is. And all of a sudden, they have a huge common thing together. And they may not have anything else in the whole world in common together except this game. However, if you make an effort to meet these people, to connect with them, you share with them the Vita Energy as they're picking up their Red Bull to have more energy to play the game, this could be a very big way for you to meet your 2 zappers a day, is to actually meet Pokemon players and make a connection, and then share with them your Vita Energy, the Thermo Tea, the no carb, all this kind of stuff in regular conversation, how they can get healthier choices while they're playing this game. And they're so addicted to it that there any way that you can show them how they can spend 3 or 4 extra hours playing this stupid game, they're willing to listen to you. So in summary tonight, I want you to zap your app off this week and let's go get them. And now I'm going to introduce a new rock star to Fusion, Miss Gill from the Long Island area, who's going to show us wrap up the webcast here with us. Thanks, Gill.
Thank you so much, Billy. I love Zap Your App and Pokemon. Yes, we definitely need to tap into that. I think it's a great idea. I just want to share a couple of quick things. Based on the old leadership axiom, the speed of the leader is the speed of the team. You know, we have this thing here, and I've been in direct sales for 19 years, and, you know, we kind of live by, you know, you can't just talk the talk, you got to walk the walk. So there are actually 7 fundamentals that I want you to keep in mind at all times, especially this week. I'm going to talk a little bit fast, but it's, you know, basic, general, you should all know, but, you know, it doesn't hurt to go over them. First and foremost, you always want to be EF active. You can't expect your team to be active if you're not active. And when we talk about active, you know, yeah, we know what the minimum is, but it really should be 60 PV minimum or more each week, because that's, you know, when you're ranking, you want to make sure that you have those points in there. The second thing is, are you subscribed to xtribeonline.com? Now, I know many people are, but there's so many on the teams that are not yet on xtribeonline.com. I think it's really important you go there, click on the Getting Started tab. There are 2 videos there by our wonderful mentor and leader, Randy Gage. The very first one is Getting Started. It's 25 minutes long. It's packed. I mean, even if you heard it when you first joined, you know, 3, 4, 5 months ago, go back, listen to it again. It kind of re-inspires and re-energizes and refocuses. You know, sometimes, you know, life happens. Life is a 4-letter word. It happens every day. sometimes we kind of lose our vision. So, going back and reviewing things that we've seen before can really help, recenter us and regroup us. So go back, make sure that you watch that. And then the second video on the Getting Started tab is the Phenomenal Power Recruiting video. I have to tell you, Randy, I watched that video, and the exponential, 100 videos a week, 200 videos a week, 1,000 videos a week. I got so excited and so re-energized. So if you haven't seen it, or even if you say, go back, see it again, get really, really excited about it. The other thing, this is still part of number 2, is make sure that you tapped into the Fusion X Tribe Facebook page. There's a lot of great support going on there. Billy, thank you so much, because you really contribute a lot, and we really need to start a major Zap Your App campaign, I think. Anyway, third, if you don't have it already, get the mobile app. It really, I don't consider myself a dinosaur, but I'm not as tech savvy as the Gen X and the Gen Y, and probably Gen Z. Is Gen Z out there? Probably already. Anyway, but I love the ease. It's so easy to use. It's user-friendly. I can use it from my laptop. I can use it from my phone. I could be traveling to San Diego to visit my son. I could be going to Chicago to see the grandkids, and my business is with me, and it makes this so easy. But if you're not using it, your team's not going to use it. So I encourage you to get on board, and really, number 4, zap your app off. Zap your app off. 2 to 3 a day will keep, poverty away. Just keep zapping. Zap the app. And it's kind of fun, actually. If you sit down with a couple of your team members, mix up some Termo and some no-carb iced tea. It's really hot here on Long Island. Mix up some fusion drinks. Sit down together. Pull up your app. Start sending things out. After you do that, you want to always make sure, this is number 5, leaders are always EF qualified. You want to make sure that you have that personally enrolled person on your left and your personally enrolled person on your right that are both active. And don't stop at 1. If you have 1 and 1, chances are you're not qualified. So keep building, keep adding. Number 6, you always want to keep an eye on your enrollment line report. You want to see, who's in the game, who's got their head in the game, who's working the business. Even if they're not, I encourage you, reach out to that person. That's number 7. Reach out to your downline. Reach out to your team. Find out what's going on. Plug into them. Get them plugged in. I've been using just a quick script, that has key points on it that I call my team members now, and I'm like, okay, do you know this is going on, this is going on, this is going on, what can I help you with? So you always want to reach out, re-engage with them. It's about time to end. So we have literally 27 and a half hours left in our Fusion week. The next 27 hours are critical. Blow it out of the water. Do what you can. Finish strong. Everything, like Billy was saying, it takes less than a minute to send out, a video. Challenge yourself. Set a goal. Send out 10, 15, 20 over the next 27 hours. You never know what's going to happen. With that, I think we're going to close for this week. We will see you here next week. Same time, same bat channel. Be powerful, be strong, and see you guys in Dallas.